After a cancellation and a couple of games moved, the Limon Badgers are ready to play their first home game of 2014. Good afternoon and welcome to Bob Smith Field here in Limon, Colorado for a High Plains Media and Broadcasting presentation of Limon Badger Sports on Chassa.tv. I'm Ryan Kaufman, and as is the case in most seasons, Mother Nature kind of likes to alter the plans of most baseball teams in Colorado, and this year is no exception. However, the Badgers were able to get in 2 games over the weekend in Los Animas, and it was worth moving the games down there. The first game, sophomore Joe Stevens went 3 for 5 with a double, 2 stolen bases, and 2 runs batted in Limon's 10-4 victory. In the second game, it was Joe Stevens again, the big bat, had 4 hits and 5 at-bats, and fellow sophomore Cody Hurtado drove in a game-high 4 runs and a 20-3 drumming that ended after 5 innings. Today for the Badgers, they will take on a Rocky Ford team they beat last year 8-6. Nathan Adams was the star in that game. Obviously, no Nathan today for Limon because he has since graduated. So it will be Les Layton hoping for some other guys to step up. Let's take a look as the Badgers take the field, what their lineup looks like. Going right to left around the infield, Bo Brewer will be at first, Tyler Bandy at second, Joe Stevens, the hero from the weekend, is at short, and Grant Yao will man the hot corner. In left field will be Cody Hurtado, Tristan Rubisam will be in center, and Blake Payton, the lefty, will be in right. Your battery today for Coach Les Layton, Cody Bennett behind the plate, and he'll be catching Gavin Liggett, the ace for Limon. Now looking at the lineup for Rocky Ford. Leading off and playing center field will be Isaiah Baca-Laforet. He is their best hitter, hitting .571 on the young year. Jeremy Bethel, the shortstop, will bat second. Mario Ambrosio, a very good catcher, will be on the hill today because he's also very good at that as well. Batting in the cleanup spot for Rocky Ford will be Juan Aguilar. He is playing third base. Batting fifth and playing left will be Jacob Rodriguez. Aaron Aguilar, the second baseman, will bat sixth. Brandon Cardenas, the right fielder, bats seventh. Marcus Torres is at first and bats eighth. And rounding out the lineup for Rocky Ford will be Brian Avila, the catcher. So it looks like we're ready to go here. Isaiah Baca-Laforet, the left-handed hitting center fielder, will be up first for Rocky Ford. Gavin Liggett looking in for his first pitch, and it swung on and missed for strike one. Gavin working quickly. The 0-1 pitch to Laforet is outside for a ball. That evens the count at 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. So now the Meloneers leadoff hitter in a 1-2 hole. Gavin Liggett trying to set the batter down on 4 pitches. Jeremy Bethel waiting on deck here for Rocky Ford in the top of the first. Liggett looks in for the sign from Bennett. Has it. Here comes the 1-2 in the dirt. That'll even the count at 2-2. Busy week for the Badgers. Don't tell them that they're on spring break. 3 games this week. They'll play in Stratton on Thursday and host Ellicott Friday. Here comes the 2-2. That breaking ball doesn't break quite enough and misses outside for ball. Now a full count to Isaiah Laforet, the leadoff hitter for the Meloneers. Here comes the payoff pitch from Liggett. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. And that will retire Laforet on 6 pitches. So up comes Jeremy Bethel, the shortstop, with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Bethel batting from the right-hand side. First pitch is grounded down the third base line, and it'll be picked up by Bennett in foul territory. So 0-1 now on Bethel. Rocky Ford coming in at 4-2 on the year. They've been pretty busy. They played one of the Pueblo Schools JV team. All those Pueblo schools obviously a higher classification, so they played JV and came away with a 7-1 victory. So this team playing well to start the season as that breaking ball is swung on and missed, and that will make it quickly 0-2 here on Bethel. Liggett looks in. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back. And we'll do this whole 0-2 thing again. As you can probably hear, pretty windy day here, but that's what we get living in eastern Colorado. This is certainly not anything that the Badgers, or Rocky Ford for that matter, aren't used to. Liggett winds and fires the 0-2 just off the outside corner, and that'll make it now 1-2. Liggett working quickly, good breaking ball, and it was in the dirt. Bennett will apply the tag to make sure, and that makes it 2 strikeouts and 2 outs here in the top of the first. Mario Ambrosio, today's opposing pitcher, will be on at the plate now with 2 outs here in the top of the first. First pitch from Liggett, swung on, grounded to first. Brewer up with this one. He'll flip to Liggett, who makes the catch, tags the bag, and that will do it for inning number 1. So Liggett working quickly, getting 3 up, 3 down, strikes out 2. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Badgers and Meloneers tied up at 0-0 here on Chassa.tv. The following is an interview with a real high school student currently enrolled at Morgan Community College.
For me, it's been a huge relief, but challenging as well. Makes it so that when I get into a college that I already have my general credits, I can go into something knowing that I've already taken this, I can go further. And I will talk to admissions representatives and I'll say, well, I will be graduating high school with this 65 college credits. They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm ready to move forward, and I guess it's been easier, I think, being able to see myself in college thanks to having had college classes. I feel totally prepared, and I really feel like I'll be able to, once I get into wherever I decide to go, I feel like I'll be able to just start. I won't have very many questions. I'll just be able to go.
To get a jump start on your college career, log on to morgancc.edu or drop by their Limon office at 940 2nd Street. Coming up on the bottom of the first inning, Badgers getting out of the first with no problem. Rocky Ford going down in order 1, 2, 3. Joe Stevens, Tristan Rubisam, Gavin Liggett will be the first 3 hitters to face Mario Ambrosio, the pitcher today for Rocky Ford. You can see right there on your screen the rest of the defensive alignment for Rocky Ford, as Joe Stevens will dig in here. As I mentioned, Joe leading the team in hits over the weekend against Los Animas, and he'll dig in here trying to get something going for Limon. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. Next pitch is high and inside, so 2-0 now on the Badger leadoff hitter. Get to the rest of the Limon batting order here after Stevens at bat. That one is on the corner for a strike. Makes it now 2-1. Ambrosio winds and fires. That one fouled off at the plate. And now that'll make the count even at 2-2. Ambrosio looking in here. The payoff pitch on Joe Stephen. Breaking ball fouled off. And Joe stays alive at 2-2. Gavin Liggett striking out 2 of the 3 hitters he faced in that first inning. Ambrosio trying to at least get 1 strikeout here and won't get it there as Stevens again fouls it off. So good at bat already here for Joe Stevens. As Ambrosio tries again to put him away on the 2-2 count and still can't do it. As Stevens stays alive by fouling off another pitch. This is what you like to see from your leadoff hitter. Even if you end up getting out in the end, see a lot of pitches make the pitcher work here in the bottom of the first inning. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter here for the Badgers as time is called to allow the foul ball to be picked up. Now we're back ready to go here. Ambrosio winds and fires, and that one dings Steven. I think it got him up near the helmet. But Steven doesn't seem to be any worse for the wear, so he'll trot down to first base. Badgers have their leadoff runner aboard, and now Tristan Rubisam will be the hitter. Tristan playing center field today for Limon. Stevens gets his lead off of first. He stole a couple of bags in one of the games against Los Animas on Saturday, so not afraid to run as Ambrosio throws over there. Stevens back in time. Taking a look real quickly at the rest of the Badger lineup, Gavin Liggett will bat next in the 3-hole. Cody Hurtado, the left fielder, will be in the cleanup spot. Blake Payton, the right fielder, will be batting 5th as that pitch is low for a ball. Bo Brewer, the first baseman, will bat 6th. Grant Yao at 3rd will bat 7th. Cody Bennett, the catcher, bats 8th. And Tyler Bandy, the second baseman, will round out the lineup for Les Layton. Ambrosio looking over at Stevens. Here comes his 1-0 pitch to Rubisam, again low for a ball. So Ambrosio maybe worrying too much about Joe Stevens over there at first base, not locating his pitches right now. Very patient hitters at the top of the Badger lineup. They'll wait to get their pitch. That wasn't in, and it's low and outside for ball 3. Stevens with a modest lead off of first base. Rubisam squares the bunt, but this is just to throw off the pitcher. It's a strike as Stevens takes off for second, and Joe slides in safely with a stolen base. So now a 3-1 count here on Tristan Rubisam is now Joe Stevens is standing in scoring position with nobody out. Ambrosio looks the runner back. Here comes the 3-1. Swung on and foul tipped at the plate. So that'll make the count full at 3-2 with Gavin Liggett waiting on deck. Here comes the 3-2. Good breaking ball. Rubisam hits it out to right field. That's going to get through for a base hit. Stevens gained the green light. He's going to hustle home, and he'll be in there safely with the Badgers' first run. Rubisam trying to take second, and he'll be tagged out there. But Limon does get on the board here with 1 out. They lead it 1-0. So now with one out and the Badgers leading by one, Gavin Liggett will be the hitter. First pitch to him is high and tight for ball one. That pitch taken for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Now 2 strikes on Liggett as Ambrosio throws the breaking ball. It misses outside. So now that'll even the count at 2-2. Comes the 2-2, swung on, grounded through the hole at short and into the left field for a base hit. So Liggett fights off the 2-strike pitch and hits it into left field, so he'll be 1 for 1. So now Cody Hurtado will be the hitter. Liggett takes off for second, got a great jump, and the shortstop missed the tag there, so Liggett will be into second with a stolen base. Meanwhile, the pitch is called the ball here to Cody Hurtado as Limon taking in players from all over the place as Hurtado, a Genoa Hugo Pirate, laces it into left field. Liggett going to get the green light to go home. He'll slide in safely. Hurtado trying to take second. He'll be in there, and the Badgers now lead it 2-1, 2-0 rather. So now Blake Payton will be the hitter, fifth hitter rather, to bat here for Limon in the bottom of the first. Still only 1 out. 2 runs have come in. And Cody Hurtado is standing at second base. Blake Payton hitting from the left side of the plate. And this pitch is popped high in the air. Should be playable for the first baseman. Camping under it, he'll make the catch for out number 2. Liggett obviously remaining at second base. So now it'll be up to Bo Brewer here to try to drive in the remaining run on second base. So Brewer at the plate, Hurtado on second base. He drove in Gavin Liggett, and the first pitch to Bo is low for ball 1. Grant Yao will be next as Brewer fouls that one off to even the count at 1-1. Ambrosio looking for the sign. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Brewer. That one low below the knees for a ball. 2-1 now. The count on the Badger first baseman. Ambrosio sets at the belt. Here's the pitch. Brewer started to go, but wisely pulled it back. That pitch nowhere close. Bounces in the dirt for a ball. Now 3-1. Good hitters count for a good hitter in Brewer as Cody Hurtado leads off of second base. Badgers looking for more here in the first. That one caught the outside corner to make it 3-2 now on Brewer. Brosio trying to get out of the inning as Hurtado takes his lead. Here comes the 3-2, swung on, hit hard into right field. Should be playable, still carrying though, but finally the catch is made by Cardenas, the right fielder, and that will end the inning. So the Badgers do score twice. We'll head to the second. Limon up 2-0 here on Chassa.tv. Get your home ready for spring inside and out with great bargain of the month deals at Hoffman Drug True Value. Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood with Scott's 4-step program for a healthy lawn. Just $59.99 with $20 mail-in rebate. And don't forget those flowers and outdoor plants. Save 20 to 25% or more on rose, fresh flower, and outdoor plant food. Want to start that garden this year? Pick up a herb garden planter kit on sale for just $6.99. Take advantage of these and other bargain of the month deals at Hoffman Drug True Value, 900 Main Street in Limon. Gavin Liggett on the hill, ready for inning number 2. He retired the Meloneers in order in the top of the first. Badgers scoring 2 in the bottom of the first to make it 2-0, which is where we stand right now. Leading off for Rocky Ford will be the 4-hole hitter. That is Juan Aguilar. Jacob Rodriguez will be second, and then Aaron Aguilar. Brandon Cardenas will bat if anyone reaches for Rocky Ford. So Liggett ready to begin the top of the second inning. First pitch here to Aguilar is swung on a hit down the right field line, and this is a fair ball. Extra base is leading off here for Aguilar as he'll go into second standing up. And a good start to the inning for Rocky Ford. And now Rodriguez will be the hitter. So Jacob Rodriguez the hitter now, with Rocky Ford having their first chance of the game to score. First pitch is over for strike one. Liggett looking back at the runner. Now spinning, throwing back to second, and Aguilar back in there easily. Here comes the 0-1 from Liggett. That one below the knees for a ball. 1-1 now. The count on Jacob Rodriguez. Liggett having to work down in the zone as that pitch is swung on and missed for strike two. Rocky Ford with a couple of smaller players in their lineup makes you work down in the zone, and that's exactly what Liggett does. Gets the strikeout there to make it one out here in the second. Third strikeout here this afternoon for Gavin, and now one out with a runner on second base. Aaron Aguilar will be the hitter. First pitch to him is fouled at the plate for strike one. One Aguilar trying to drive in another here as Juan stands on second. And Aaron at the plate. That breaking ball just didn't quite break into the zone. Now leaving the count at 1-1. And now a balk is called on Gavin Liggett, so that's going to move Aguilar to third base. So now an even easier chance for Rocky Ford to get on the board here. Liggett can battle back and get a strikeout. That would be pretty big here as that pitch is fouled off to the right side. So now 2 strikes on Aaron Aguilar. Cardenas will be the next hitter as we get into the bottom of the Rocky Ford lineup. Limon with 2 runs in the bottom of the first, lead it by that margin. Here comes the 1-2, swung on and fouled back. Aguilar stays alive. So here Liggett looking in from the full windup, trying to get Aguilar on the punch out, and he does. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but I was waiting to see what the umpire had called, and he calls it strike 3. There's that nasty curveball that we've seen Gavin throw so many times, and now Rocky Ford down to their last chance to get that runner home. First pitch grounded up the middle. Played by Stevens. Throw over to first. Good stretch by Brewer, and he makes the catch, hangs on, and the Meloneers will be retired in the second inning. So Rocky Ford doesn't get anybody in. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 2. Badgers still leading 2-0 here on Chassa.tv. For our high school athletes, it's a time of transition, moving from fall sports to winter sports. And Equitable Savings transitions with them, continuing to support our high school sports broadcasts. Equitable home loans are made, funded, and serviced locally. And Equitable's mobile banking lets you do your banking from your smartphone globally. Equitable Savings, since 1954, the same local ownership, the same commitment to our communities. Member FDIC, deposits are FDIC insured to at least $250,000. An equal housing lender.
Want more? Get it with the new More Everything plan from Verizon Wireless, now available at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Get more data, up to 2 times the data for the same low price on select plans. Plus, get more Verizon cloud storage and unlimited international messaging. Plans start as low as $45 monthly access. Find out all you can do with more at Insignal, your Verizon premium wireless retailer.
Shop Insignal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street. Activation, upgrade, early termination, and other fees apply. Coverage details at VerizonWireless.com/bestnetwork.
Grant Yao will lead things off here in the home half of the second inning. Limon escaping with Rocky Ford still with the 0 on their side of the scoreboard as Yao swings through the first pitch for strike 1. It will be the bottom of the Badger order to face Ambrosio here in the second. Yao, Bennett, and Bandy due up as Yao laces that one into left center field, and La Forêt going back to the track to make the catch for out number 1. Pretty good shot there by Yao. Just hit it right to a very good center fielder in La Forêt. So quickly 1 away here in the home half of the second. So now the catcher, Cody Bennett, will be the hitter, and he takes on the knees for strike 1. That pitch high and inside, even the count at 1-1. Ambrosio working quickly. The 1-1 breaking ball misses outside. And now make it now 2-1 on the Badger backstop. Here comes the 2-1 to Bennett. That one on the corner for a strike. Count evens up at 2-2. So now Bennett going to have to choke up and protect the plate here. Try to foul off a pitch if he doesn't like it. If he does, he's got to put it in play. Here comes the 2-2 from Ambrosio. Swung on and missed. Ambrosio gets his second strikeout of the game. And that will be quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the second. And now it's up to Tyler Bandy to try and turn this lineup over. Tyler Bang from the left side of the plate. Lefties, both throwing and hitting, seem to be in short supply when you watch these high school games out here in Eastern Colorado. Lyman's got 2 left-handed hitters in their starting lineup, and Blake Payton and now Tyler Bandy. As the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, or actually it was foul-tipped, but it'll still count for a strike. Quickly 0-2 on Bandy. Ambrosio looking to get out of the inning perfect. He'll wind and fire. That one misses outside. 1-2 now on Bandy. It'll be back to the top of the Badger lineup if Bandy can reach. Joe Stevens waiting on deck. Ambrosio trying to end the inning. The 1-2 just off the inside corner. Not a bad spot to miss if you're Rocky Ford, but that will even the count at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Fooled Tyler Bandy there, and that will end the inning. So Limon comes away with nothing. They, in fact, go in order here in the second. We'll head to the third. Badgers still up 2-0 on Chassa.tv.
There's nothing like the smoky, wood-burning flavors of slow cooking, and now Arby's has the perfect smokehouse taste that you crave. The new Smokehouse Brisket Sandwich features thinly sliced beef brisket that has been smoked for at least 13 hours. Melted smoked Gouda cheese, crispy onions, and smoky barbecue sauce and mayo, served on a toasted star-top bun. Come to Arby's at 2221 West 6th Street to try it today. Arby's, slicing up freshness.
We head to the third. Badgers leading 2-0 here over Rocky Ford. Ryan Coffin back with you here on Chassa.tv. It will be the bottom 2 hitters in the Rocky Ford order before we turn it over. It will be Torres, Avila, and then back to Baca La Foray here in inning number 3. Rocky Ford threatened in that second inning, got a runner all the way around to third, but Liggett was able to get out of the inning. Good chance to let you know that next time I'll be broadcasting Limon baseball will be Monday, as Limon hosts, I believe, Crowley County is that game, but we'll have it for you here on Chassa.tv as we try to at least get a baseball game in once a week here, not slow down on our coverage as we hit the spring season. First pitch is low for ball 1 to Marcus Torres. Torres, the first baseman, batting from the left side of the plate. That pitch is bounced in there to make it 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 from Liggett. That one in there as well. Gavin maybe releasing a bit too late in his windup. Maybe part of the reason why those balls are hitting the dirt before they get to the plate. So 3-0 now. I would imagine that Torres will be taking the whole way here, but we'll see. Here comes the 3-0. That one misses. So we won't find out if he had a take sign or not because the pitch was out of the zone. So leadoff runner aboard here for Rocky Ford in the third. And that will bring up Brian Avila, the catcher, to try and build on the leadoff walk by Torres. Liggett peering over his shoulder. He'll deliver. First pitch swung on and missed for strike one. Wind has calmed down a bit here, making it very pleasant afternoon at the ballpark as the pickoff throw is not nearly in time. Torres back there easily. As I mentioned, the top of the Rocky Ford order waiting on deck in the form of Isaiah Bacalafoure. As another pickoff throw, this one a little bit better, but Torres still back in rather easily. So now Liggett going to turn his attention back to the hitter. He has an 0-1 count on the Meloneers backstop. Brian Avila lays down the bunt, popped it up, goes over Liggett's head. This is going to be a tough play, and Bandy will just eat it. Probably the smart play there from Tyler. He had virtually no shot of getting Avila, who runs pretty well. So now with two runners aboard, still nobody out here in the third inning. Isaiah Bacalafoure will be the hitter. And he'll pop up the first pitch foul. That pitch called for a strike, so quickly 0-2 here on Liggett. Bethel will be the next hitter up for Rocky Ford here in the third. Liggett looks back at the runner at second, and the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. Big out number one for Liggett and the Badgers. And now Bethel will swing at the first pitch he sees. Yao has it, steps on third, throw over to first, not in time, but a good play there by Yao nonetheless is going to make it 2 outs here in the top half of the third. First pitch here misses for ball one. Runners still at first and second. But now there's 2 outs here in the top half of the third. Pickoff throw back to second, not in time. That pitch swung on and missed. Even the count at 1-1 here on Ambrosio. Now 2-1, the count here on Ambrosio. That pitch is a strike to make it 2-2. So now Liggett one pitch away from getting out of the inning. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Here comes the 2-2 from Liggett, right on the corner for strike 3. Ambrosio is frozen, and Limon gets out of the third unscathed. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Limon still on top of Rocky Ford, 2-0 here on Chassa.tv. Get your home ready for spring inside and out with a great bargain of the month deals at Hoffman Drug True Value. Freshen up your rooms with Easy Care Ultra Premium with paint and primer in one. $5 off with instant savings coupon. Save 30% on Master Painter 3-pack select paintbrushes and get to those hard-to-reach areas with a 4-step aluminum step stool, now 27% off at just $39.99. Take advantage of these and other bargain of the month deals at Hoffman Drug True Value, 900 Main Street in Limon. Rocky Ford threatening in the top of the third, but Gavin Liggett gets a couple of strikeouts, one on LaForest, one on Ambrosio, and he pitches out of the third inning. So now Limon with the chance to add to their 2-0 lead. As turn my lineup card over here, Joe Stevens will be the hitter. So we'll be back to the top of the lineup for Les Layton. Ambrosio still out there pitching. He had a little bit of a rough first inning with the 2 runs given up, but he has since settled down and kept the Badgers at bay. His offense just hasn't been able to pick him up. So Stevens batting. He scored a run back in that first as he'll take the first pitch on the corner for strike 1. Now pitch misses to even the count at 1-1. That pitch swung on and missed. Joe maybe reaching a bit on that one, but it's now 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 from Ambrosio, grounded towards third base. Aguilar up with it, throws over to first in time for out number 1. So now Tristan Rubisam will be the hitter. Tristan 1 for 1. Got to hit his last time up. First pitch is taken for strike 1. Breaking ball. Rubisam swings and misses at it, so now it'll be 0-2 on the Badgers center fielder. Gavin Liggett waiting on deck. Ambrosio trying to set down the first 2 batters of the inning. He'll look in for the sign. Catcher setting up outside, trying to get Rubisam to chase. They do not, as the pitch misses outside for a ball. 1-2 now. Good patience there by Rubisam. You got to open up your strike zone, but not that much with 2 strikes, as that one is taken high, and it's now 2-2. Ambrosio trying to get the strikeout here. Breaking ball fouled at the plate. Rubisam stays alive. Here comes the 2-2. That one in the dirt. Now full count on Rubisam. Now Rubisam fouls off a pitch, takes a couple outside the zone, and now he has a count back in his favor. The pressure on Ambrosio, and he can't find the strike zone. That pitch low for ball 4, so Limon will get a runner on first with only one out. Gavin Liggett, the pitcher, will be up, trying to help his own cause. Liggett singled to left field his last time up. Later came around to score in that 2-run first inning. Pickoff throw over to first, not in time. Ambrosio sets at the belt. The pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. Not for a telephone pole. That might have made it out to Highway 71 behind us here. So 0-1 here on Liggett as Rubisam gets his lead off of first. Here comes the pitch. Outside, it was a pitch out. Throw to the first. Not in time to get Rubisam. So the design play there was to try and catch Rubisam napping on first. That did not work out that way. If I'm not mistaken, called a strike on that pitch. So I believe the count 0-2. Again, a pitch out. That one misses outside. Throw down to second, and they got him. Good throw by Avila down to second base, and they get Tristan Rubisam caught stealing for out number 2. So now it's up to Gavin to get things back going here. Here's the pitch from Ambrosio. Breaking ball, grounded to Ambrosio. Liggett runs out of the baseline to try to avoid the tag. And they get him at flip it to first in time anyway. So Badgers got a base runner, but thanks to Avila, that was no longer the case as he guns down Tristan Rubisam. We'll go to inning number 4. Still a 2-0 lead for the Badgers here on Chassa.tv.
As we transition from fall to winter sports broadcasts, we'll continue to be supported by Equitable Savings. Equitable home loans are made, funded, and serviced locally, and Equitable mobile banking lets you do your banking on the go globally. Borrow locally, bank globally with Equitable Savings. Since 1954, the same local ownership, the same commitment to our communities. Member FDIC, deposits FDIC, insured to at least $250,000, and equal housing lender.
The heart of the Meloneers order will be due up here in the 4th. Juan Aguilar, Rodriguez, and then Aguilar again. So this is where the Meloneers were able to get something going a couple innings ago against Liggett. They didn't come away with anything, but Aguilar was able to make it all the way around to third base. He singled, took second base. Gavin Liggett balked him over to third, but Gavin able to pitch out of the inning and keep it scoreless there as it is right now. Top of the fourth, 2-0, Limon with the advantage. So Liggett ready to go here in the fourth inning. First pitch to Aguilar, good breaking ball, is taken for strike one. Next pitch swung on and missed very quickly. 2 strikes here on Aguilar. Liggett trying to get another strikeout here. That pitch low. 4 ball, 1-2 now. Here comes the 1-2. Good breaking ball. Somehow Aguilar gets his stick on it. It grounds harmlessly to Liggett, who flips over to Brewer in time for out number 1. So now they'll bring up Jacob Rodriguez here with 1 out in the top half of the fourth. Rodriguez 0 for 1 on the afternoon. He struck out swinging back in inning number 2. Here comes the 1-0 from Liggett, high and tight. And now a 2-0 count on the Rocky Ford left fielder. Two-0 pitch, breaking ball misses. 3-0 now. Ideal count here for Jacob Rodriguez, as he'll probably be taking the whole way here, trying to get aboard with 1 out. Here comes the 3-0 from Liggett on the inside corner for strike 1. Next pitch, also a strike. So now Liggett increasing the tempo here, and it feels like he has his groove. Here's the payoff pitch, popped up in the air, foul, and out of play, apparently nowhere near me. Liggett now at 48 pitches as that is popped up. Bennett giving it a look, but it'll be out of play again. So still 3-2 count, 1 out here, top half of the fourth. Limon up 2-0. That pitch just breaks outside of the zone, so that'll be a 1-out walk issued to Jacob Rodriguez. So now Aaron Aguilar will be the hitter. Aguilar 0 for 1. He struck out looking in his last at-bat. You're trying to have a better result with a runner on first and only 1 out. Liggett sets at the letters, throws over to first. That pickoff throw not in time, as Rodriguez is back easily. Liggett again peering over his shoulder. This time he'll throw it to the plate, and it's high for ball 1. For Limon in the fourth, they'll have the heart of their order. Gavin Liggett, Cody Hurtado, and Blake Payton due up. Chance for them to add to their what right now is a 2-0 lead, but Rocky Ford trying to do something about that in the fourth as that pitch misses, and it's now 3-0 on one of the two Aguilars. This is Aaron, the second baseman. Brother Juan plays third base for Rocky Ford. Here comes the 3-0. That went down the middle for a called strike. Liggett sets again, a throw over to first. Rodriguez back in time. Here comes the pitch. That one taken high for ball 4. And now Coach Liggett is going to go out to talk with Gavin here. It's first and second with only one out. Brandon Cardenas will be the hitter. Cardenas grounded out to short his only other time at the plate. And if you look now, Liggett up above 50 pitches here, 55 pitches. And 3 1/3 innings. So getting up there here. Coach Liggett out there not only to get Gavin refocused, but let the infield know what to do here on this first and third. Obviously, the infield fly rule is in effect. So if the Badgers can induce a pop-up, that'll be an automatic out. But, of course, they'll be looking for the ground ball to try and turn 2. Cardenas did ground out his first time up, so he's shown that he can hit the ball on the ground to Limon. That one called a strike on the outside corner. So here comes the 0-1 now. Swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2. Torres will be next. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on, hit out to right field. Peyton coming in. He'll make the catch. Runners have to stay. And now there'll be 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th. So the runners remain at first and second. Now with 2 outs in the 4th. Marcus Torres will be the hitter. Torres walked his last time up. First pitch here is taken high and outside for ball 1. Liggett looks back at the runner at second. The 1-0 popped high in the air. Rubisam going to have to hustle in, dives, and does not make the catch. This is going to bring home Rocky Ford's first run of the afternoon, as Torres was able to drop it right in front of the diving Rubisam. So Rocky Ford now on the board here in the 4th. So now runners at first and third, something that the Badgers have to think about here, whether Torres will take off and try and steal. Brian Avila will be the hitter here. Liggett faking a third to first move. Avila 1 for 1. He has singled on a bunt his last time up as that pitch is swung on and missed, even the count at 1-1. So he reaches base on a bunt single. Then in the bottom of the inning, he throws out Tristan Rubisam trying to steal, which probably saved a run for Rocky Ford, and now with a chance to tie the game at the plate as that pitch is low to make it 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. Runner still not taking off from first, and that's a called strike 2. You don't want to make the stereotype that first baseman can't run, but usually first and third is an automatic running play, and Torres is not. This one hit out to left field. Hurtado makes the catch for out number 3, but not before Rocky Ford gets on the board. They've cut the deficit in half. We go to the bottom of inning number 4, and it is now 2-1 Limon here on Chassa.tv.
The following is an interview with a real high school student currently enrolled at Morgan Community College.
For me, it's been a huge relief, but challenging as well. Makes it so that when I get into a college that I already have my general credits, I can go into something knowing that I've already taken this, I can go further. And I will talk to admissions representatives and I'll say, well, I will be graduating high school with this 65 college credits. They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm ready to move forward, and I guess it's been easier, I think, being able to see myself in college thanks to having had college classes. I feel totally prepared, and I really feel like I'll be able to, once I get into wherever I decide to go, I feel like I'll be able to just start. I won't have very many questions. I'll just be able to go.
To get a jump start on your college career, log on to morgancc.edu or drop by their Limon office at 940 2nd Street.
Part of the order coming up here for Limon in the bottom of the 4th is their lead has been trimmed down. It's now 2-1. Cody Hurtado will lead things off. It'll be 4-5-6 for Limon to face Mario Ambrosio, who's thrown 49 pitches here in the 4th. Cody 1 for 1 today. He drove in Gavin Liggett on a single to left. His only other time at the plate. He hits the first pitch out of play for a strike, 0-1. Ambrosio ready. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Got Hurtado out front on a breaking ball. And now quickly 0-2 on the Badger left fielder. Blake Payton, Bo Brewer, the next two hitters to face Ambrosio in the 4th. Grant Yao, if anyone's able to reach. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball misses outside. Make it 1-2 now. Said in the past we would see guys like Cody Hurtado playing against Limon. Obviously a Genoa Hugo high school student, but with no baseball team over in Hugo, he comes over here, and Limon baseball is going to be better off for it. Cody Hurtado, a very good hitter, as he is shown here early on in the season as he pops this one up. Ambrosio going out. He'll defer to his second baseman, Aguilar, who makes the catch for out number 1. So now that'll bring up Blake Payton. Blake flied out, or I should say popped out more correctly to the first baseman for Rocky Ford, his only other time at the plate. This time he grounds it to second. Aguilar can't make the backhanded grab, and it goes into center field. So now Bo Brewer will bat with a runner on first base, and that runner will be, looks like James Larson comes in to run here for Peyton. Bo 0 for 1. He grounded out or flied out to right field his first time up. Here he takes a hack and hits it foul. Larson gets his lead off of first base, running for Blake Payton here. Ambrosio looks over his shoulder. Now he throws to first. That one not in time as Larson back easily. Limon trying to get that run back that they gave up in the top half of the frame. Ambrosio sets and delivers. That pitch misses outside on a breaking ball. 1-1 now to Bo Brewer. Grant Yao will be next. Cody Bennett, if the inning continues past Grant. Runner gets his lead off of first. Ambrosio sets at the belt, throws back over to first. Another good move, but Larson back in there easily once again. Ambrosio worrying a lot about Larson over at first base, to his detriment here as he serves one up to Brewer, who bloops it into center field for a one-out hit. Larson will hang on to second base here. So Limon with something going here in the bottom of the fourth. They have runners at first and second. Only one out. Grant Yao, the third baseman, will be the hitter. So Grant Yao, the hitter, he flew out to center field, really gave it quite a drive. LaForest had to go back to the warning track to make the catch on Yao. So here will look to hit it about as hard, but hit it away from the Meloneer outfielders. Runners on first and second, only one out. Limon up 2-1 as Yao swings through that high pitch for a strike. 1-1. Ambrosio looks back at the runner. Quick set, throws, and it's taken high for a ball. 2-1 now on Yao. Larson gets his lead from second. Here's the pitch. That breaking ball falls short. It's now 3-1. Good hitters count for a good hitter. Chance for Yao to deposit this ball into a gap somewhere. Larson on second. Brewer on first. Badgers with something going here in the fourth. Here comes the 3-1 to Yao. Misses low and outside for ball 4. So now the bases are full of Badgers for Cody Bennett, the catcher. And now Rocky Ford's going to have a mound visit here. Crucial part in the game. We're moving right along. It's already the bottom of the fourth. And if you're the Meloneers, you certainly realize that. Don't have too many more opportunities to catch back up in this game. And now you face a bases loaded and one out situation. Cody 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out swinging his only other time at the plate. So after the mound visit, Bennett ready to go here with runners on every base. Here's the first pitch to him. That one taken on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 to Bennett. Reaches out, swings it, hits it to second. Aguilar up with it, tags the runner. No, they're going to say no tag at second, plus the throw got away from the first baseman. So everybody's safe, and the Badgers are now up 3-1. Oh, they will say he's out at first base, but one of the lead runners is safe at second base. So now Tyler Bandy will be the hitter as the lefty hits the first pitch foul. So 2 outs, runners at second and third, so still a chance for Limon to open it up a bit with Tyler Bandy at the plate. Ambrosio looks in, now looks at both runners. He'll deliver that pitch high and outside. Even the count at 1-1. Ambrosio sets. Here's the 1-1. Bandy swings and misses. Couldn't turn on that inside pitch, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Got him, Tyler. Give him the ball. Nothing but the ball.
Big spot here. Limon up by 2 runs, but has 2 more potential runs out there. 1-2 count here on Tyler Bandy. Ambrosio sets below the belt. Here comes the 1-2 pitch on just inside. Even the count at 2-2. Good plate discipline there by Bandy. He swung at a pitch in that area on the last one. Here he lets it go, and now pitch swung on, grounded to short. Shortstop up with it. Going to be a tough play. Bandy beats it out, and the Badgers get another run as Brewer crosses home plate. Badgers now up by 3. It's 4-1. So now it's a first and third situation as it's back to the top of the Limon order. Joe Stevens will be the hitter, and now Avila out behind home plate, giving the signals for this first and third situation. Bandy obviously a threat to steal over at first. He's not going on this pitch. And Stevens gets plunked for the second time in this game, and now load the bases once again for Limon. Tristan Rubisam will be the hitter. Tristan 1 for 1 today. He walked and singled to right in his 2 previous plate appearances. So now a big opportunity for Limon to really crack this thing open. They lead by 3. A ball in the gap with the runners you have on base should clear the bases and make this a 6-run ball game. But Rubisam just trying to put it in play somewhere. Here comes the first pitch from Ambrosio. That is taken on the corner for a strike, 0-1. The next pitch for Ambrosio will be his 70th of the afternoon. Working from the full windup, here's the 0-1. Another good breaking ball over for strike 2. So now Rubisam in an 0-2 hole. Gavin Liggett waiting on deck, hoping to have a chance here in the 4th. Ambrosio looking in. Here comes the 0-2. Pitch outside. Misses the plate. And Rubisam still up here with the 1-2 count. One-two pitch swung on and missed, and that will do it. However, Limon does get their runs back and more. We'll go to the 5th. Limon now up 4-1 here on Chassa.tv.
Want more? Get it with the new More Everything plan from Verizon Wireless, now available at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Get more data, up to 2 times the data for the same low price on select plans. Plus, get more Verizon cloud storage and unlimited international messaging. Plans start as low as $45 monthly access. Find out all you can do with more at Insignal, your Verizon premium wireless retailer.
Shop Signal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street. Activation, upgrade, early termination, and other fees apply. Coverage details at VerizonWireless.com/bestnetwork.
New pitcher into the game for Limon. It'll be Blake Payton coming in from right field to throw. That would make a lot of sense considering he was courtesy ran for in the last half inning. So Blake relieves Gavin Liggett, who goes 4 innings, gives up 1 run. But his pitch count was definitely getting up there. So Coach Lane deciding to bring in the southpaw. It'll be the bottom of the Rocky Ford order here in the 5th. Or excuse me, it'll be the top of the order with Isaiah Baca Law 4A. So lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch from Payton is over 4, strike 1. Pitch is swung on and hit into center field. Rubisam coming in, he can't make the catch. And La Foray is on with a leadoff single. So now Bethel will be the hitter with the leadoff runner aboard. Now Payton throwing over to first. La Foray back there easily. Pitch is fouled straight back, so now 0-1 on Bethel. The 0-1 is low for a ball, even the count at 1-1. Pitch in the dirt. Makes it now 2-1 on Bethel. LaForay gets his lead off of first. Payton's 2-1 is on the corner for a strike. 2-2 now. Payton looking over at LaForay, hangs in the air, and now throw over to first. Pretty good move. Even though he telegraphed it just a bit, LaForay back there just ahead of the tag. Now Blake will focus on the hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Limon now up by 3 runs as the pitch comes. It's hit high in the air to center field. Rubisam going back, still going back, and this one's over his head. LaForay chugging around. He'll hit third and score easily. Bethel chugging into third, and he'll be in there standing up. Throw gets away and into the dugout for Rocky Ford, and that will bring Bethel home. And just like that, Rocky Ford is back down by just a single run. That ball just kept carrying and carrying there in center field. Catch was not made, and then the throw coming into third is over Grant Yow's head and goes into the Rocky Ford dugout. So now 4-3 is our score. Rocky Ford all of a sudden now with certainly some momentum on their side. That's how quickly things can change in baseball, just like that. 1-0 pitch here is outside for ball, 2-0. Pitch from Peyton is high and outside. And now it's 3-0. Peyton now working from the windup. Here comes the 3-0. That one's high. And a walk issued here by Peyton is going to put another runner on base. And now Coach Layton going out to the hill, walking very slowly, which is 9 times out of 10 an indication that he's going to make a change, and he will. So it looks like Joe Stevens is going to be the new pitcher, replacing Blake Peyton. So Blake's outing is short here as he'll trot, or actually he'll stay. We'll see where they put him. Coach Layton wants to talk to him for a second before he puts him in his position, but Joe Stevens will be the new pitcher. Sunglasses and all. Don't really see pitchers using sunglasses too often, but Joe will have them on here as Lyman's lead has been cut down. It's now just 4-3 here in the 5th inning, and we'll resume things in just a moment here on Chastadot TV.
The following is an interview with a real high school student currently enrolled at Morgan Community College.
For me, it's been a huge relief, but challenging as well. Makes it so that when I get into a college that I already have my general credits, I can go into something knowing that I've already taken this, I can go further. And I will talk to admissions representatives and I'll say, well, I will be graduating high school with 65 college credits. They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm ready to move forward, and I guess it's been easier, I think, being able to see myself in college thanks to having had college classes. I feel totally prepared, and I really feel like I'll be able to, once I get into wherever I decide to go, I feel like I'll be able to just start. I won't have very many questions. I'll just be able to go.
To get a jump start on your college career, log on to morgancc.edu or drop by their Limon office at 940 2nd Street.
Scorebook on my iPad. I'm charging in there. So Joe Stevens will take over on the hill for Limon, needing to shut the door here. There's a runner on first, nobody out here, top of the 5th. Lyman's lead has been cut down to 1. Stevens, the third pitcher used today, as the tag was not made. Throw over to second is in time. Runner will be safe at first, but at this point you'll get outs wherever you can get them. So 4-6 on the put out there. Runner reaches on the fielder's choice, and now with 1 out, looks like Jacob Rodriguez will be the hitter. So Aguilar on first. One out here in the fifth. First pitch from Stevens is swung on and missed for strike one. Stevens peeks over at first. Now he sets and delivers. That breaking ball swung on and missed. Fooled Rodriguez badly, so quickly 0-2 now on the Meloneer left fielder. Again, Stevens delivers. That one hit high into right center field. Sesko going over, and it's over his head. Luckily for Limon, though, the runners will only advance station to station, so now it's first and second with only one out. Rocky Ford has the tying run in scoring position, and the hitter will be Aaron Aguilar. Here comes the first pitch from Stevens, a little bit below the knees for ball one. Aguilar leads off of second, Rodriguez off of first. Here comes the 1-0. Foul tipped and held on to by Bennett, so that'll even the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Stevens, swung on and fouled at the plate. So Aguilar gets the bat on it, but it goes nowhere. 1-2 now. The count here on Aguilar. Joe Stevens ideally would get a ground ball double play, but he'll take a punch out as well. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball just broke around the plate. And now even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stevens looks back at the runner. Here comes the 2-2, swung on, fouled at the plate again. And it will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stevens sets. Here comes the 2-2 again. That one high, trying to get Aguilar to chase. He did not. And now it's a full count. Payoff pitch coming. That one swung on, fouled off to the right. Now keep it at 3-2. Runners get their leads here. Stevens with a deep breath. Now he's ready to go. The 3-2 pitch swung on. It laced over Brewer's glove into right field. And they're going to hold Aguilar at third base as the throw comes in. Good job by Yao getting over there to smother it.
Nice throw, Blake.
Blake Payton, who's responsible for 2 of those runners, was able to get to the ball quickly and fire it in. Saved certainly 1 run there.
Go get him, Joe.
But now the bases will be full of Meloneers. Still only 1 out, as Avila will be the hitter. First pitch from Stevens is taken high for ball 1. This is all happening, by the way, in the bottom third of the Rocky Ford order. As the next pitch is swung on and missed, even the count at 1-1. So for Rocky Ford, you're excited to see this kind of production in big spots by some of the guys lower in the order. Makes you more confident to pencil those guys in there as that breaking ball catches the plate for strike 2. Need a punch out here. Stevens winds. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed for a big out number 2. Stevens' first punch out in this relief appearance, and now with 2 outs, it will all come down to the first baseman, Marcus Torres, for Rocky Ford. Stevens' first pitch to Torres catches the outside corner for strike 1. After that strikeout, Stevens working much more quickly than he usually does. He feels pretty good about the way he's throwing the ball as that curveball misses outside to even the count at 1-1. You'll see that with pitchers, is that they'll start to speed up, get back on the rubber, ready to throw as that pitch is taken inside to make it 2-1. But it's just natural. When you're throwing well, you're excited to pitch. You want to get back there and throw another one, and now it's a 2-1 count here to Torres. Outside corner there. Makes it 2-2. So here we go. Bases full. Top of the 5th. Here comes the 2-2. Got him looking on the curveball. And Joe Stevens pitches the Badgers out of a jam. We'll head to bottom of inning number 5. Lyman's lead still intact. It's 4-3 here on Chassa.tv.
Get your home ready for spring inside and out with great bargain of the month deals at Hoffman Drug True Value. Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood with Scott's 4-step program for a healthy lawn. Just $59.99 with $20 mail-in rebate. And don't forget those flowers and outdoor plants. Save 20 to 25% or more on rose, fresh flower, and outdoor plant food. Want to start that garden this year? Pick up a herb garden planter kit on sale for just $6.99. Take advantage of these and other bargain of the month deals at Hoffman Drug True Value, 900 Main Street in Lyman.
Pitcher into the game here for Rocky Ford. He's not new into the game, he's just new in this position. Marcus Torres will move from first onto the hill, and he'll face the heart of the Badger lineup. Welcome to the mound, Marcus Torres. Not an easy spot to be in. Lyman hungry for some runs after they gave up 2 in the top of this frame and have seen their lead dwindle down to just 1. It will be Liggett, Hurtado, and Peyton 3, 4, 5 in the Lyman lineup. Got to go back and give more props to Joe Stevens, the way that he was able to pitch out of that inning after Blake Peyton gave up a run and a couple of base runners. He was able to come in and settle things down, eventually pitched out of the inning, getting a big strikeout and keeping the score where it is at 4-3. So now here's Gavin Liggett, who started this game. He is still eligible for the victory if this lead holds. Here's the first pitch from Torres. That one at the top of the zone for strike 1. Torres taking his time. Here comes the 0-1. That one grounded to third. Aguilar up with it, throws across the diamond in time to Ambrosio. 2 pitches yield 1 out here in the 5th. And now Cody Hurtado will be the batter for Limon. First pitch here to Hurtado, laced into left field. This could be extra bases if it wasn't for the left fielder getting over there so quick. But still, a 1-out base runner for Limon as Hurtado is aboard. And now Blake Payton looking to atone for some of the problems he had on the mound in the top of the frame. Will dig in to try and build on Hurtado's 1-out single. Another left-on-left matchup here. The first pitch is swung on and missed. Torres going off speed there. It's now 0-1. Bo Brewer will be next, hopefully followed by many more Badgers in the 5th. That one laced foul down the first base line, so quickly 0-2 on Payton as Hurtado retreats to first base. First of 3 games this week for Limon. They'll travel to Stratton on Thursday, and then we'll be back here hosting Ellicott on Friday. Our next broadcast will be 3 days after that on Monday, if I'm even doing my math right. It's on Monday. It's against Crowley County here in Limon, and we'll have it for you here on Chessa.tv. Here's the pitch. That one in the dirt. That'll make it 1-2 now on Payton. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Torres. Swung on and missed. And now 2 are out here in the home half of the 5th. Hurtado remains at first, hoping that Bo Brewer can do something here with 2 outs. This way this game has gone, not all too surprising. Limon eked out a win over Rocky Ford in the season opener last year. It took place down south, as that was almost a block. Torres maybe flinched a bit, starting to start his delivery. At any rate, Limon put up 4 runs in one of the final frames to eventually take that game 8-6 as Torres misses high for ball 1. So 2 pretty evenly matched teams here. 2 teams off to pretty good starts in the season as well. Torres looks over at Hurtado. Here comes the 1-0. Popped up high. Shortstop going out, and on the edge of the grass, he will make the catch to end the inning. So Limon can't respond to the 2-run inning that Rocky Ford puts up. We'll go to the 6th. Meloneers going to look to tie this game or possibly take the lead. It's 4-3 Limon here on Chessa.tv.
As we transition from fall to winter sports broadcasts, we'll continue to be supported by Equitable Savings. Equitable home loans are made, funded, and serviced locally. And Equitable mobile banking lets you do your banking on the go globally. Borrow locally, bank globally with Equitable Savings. Since 1954, the same local ownership, the same commitment to our communities. Member FDIC, deposits FDIC, insured to at least $250,000, an equal housing lender.
No real surprise here as Joe Stevens will start the 6th inning on the hill. He pitched great in relief of Blake Payton to keep this score at 4-3. But now Rocky Ford able to hold the Badgers off the scoreboard in the bottom of the 5th. Will now take aim at Stevens here in the 6th to try and overtake the Badgers here in the latter stages of this game. To lead off the inning for Rocky Ford, it will be Brian Avila, the catcher. So it'll be 9-1-2 in the Meloneer lineup to face Joe Stevens. First pitch to Avila is in the dirt for ball one. Avila's had a very good day both at the plate and behind it as he's gotten a couple hits. He's also gunned down a runner trying to steal. Called a pretty good game as well for Ambrosio and now for Torres as this one's hit up the middle. Liggett has it, throwing over to first in time for out number 1. So back to the top of the order, Isaiah Baca-Laforet, the center fielder, will be up to bat. The lefty has been on base multiple times this afternoon as the first pitch from Stevens is swung on and hit high in the air. Yao lets that one go. Hurtado goes and gets to it as luckily Cody didn't get blinded by the sun like I was, as that ball landed fair down the left field line. So LaForêt gets the one-out bloop single. And now a pinch hitter will come up. Michael Estrada will be the hitter for Rocky Ford. As the runner gets his lead off of first. First pitch is swung on, grounded up the middle. Stevens knocks it down, throws to second in time for the second out. No chance to get the runner at first base. So two runners will exchange positions on the base pass. 2 outs here, top of the 6th. Mario Ambrosio will be the hitter. He's on the hook for the loss as the game's starting pitcher for Rocky Ford. So he'll be certainly looking to erase his name from the stat sheet if he can. And now a balk is called, the second one of the afternoon on Limon. They got Gavin Liggett for one earlier, and now Joe Stevens. So that moves up LaForêt to second, and a great shot for Ambrosio. Talked about not wanting to be the pitcher of record anymore. A base hit should fix that, and as it would bring home the tying run. His pitch taken outside, 1-0. Stevens sets at the letters. Here comes the 1-0. That breaking ball just gets in there below the letters for a strike. Stevens trying to retire Rocky Ford without any incident as Ambrosio hits that one to center field. Sesko going back, still going back, and this one is gone, and Rocky Ford has taken the lead here in the 6th. A 2-run shot by Mario Ambrosio, and we mentioned he wanted to get his name off being the pitcher of record, and he'll do just that with that 2-run shot, his first home run of the year. And now Limon's in their first hole of the afternoon. 5-4 is the score. Seems to be some sort of a jet stream out there in center field. It seems like every ball that's been hit out there is just taken off. This one no exception. Now Juan Aguilar will be the hitter. Hopefully Joe can settle down here and get this final out. Pitch taken on the corner for strike 1. Next pitch, grounded to first. Great. Oh, I thought Brewer was going to stab that one, and now it gets past Clayton in right field. So now Aguilar chugging into second. He'll be there safely. So if you're keeping score at home or out in public, wherever you may be, that should be a single and then an error allowing Aguilar to move up to second base. And now another runner in scoring position for Rocky Ford here as they try to add to their first lead of the game, as the first pitch to Jacob Rodriguez is taken inside for ball one. Mario Ambrosio with a 2-run home run has given Rocky Ford the lead. This one sprayed out to second base, and it will be caught there for out number 3. But again, a huge 2-run shot by Mario Ambrosio will go to the bottom of inning number 6. Limon down for the first time today. We'll see if they can come back here on Chasta.tv.
Get your home ready for spring inside and out with great bargain of the month deals at Hoffman Drug True Value. Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood with Scott's 4-step program for a healthy lawn. Just $59.99 with $20 mail-in rebate. And don't forget those flowers and outdoor plants. Save 20 to 25% or more on rose, fresh flower, and outdoor plant food. Want to start that garden this year? Pick up a herb garden planter kit on sale for just $6.99. Take advantage of these and other bargain of the month deals at Hoffman Drug True Value, 900 Main Street in Limon. There's nothing like the smoky, wood-burning flavors of slow cooking, and now Arby's has the perfect smokehouse taste that you crave. The new Smokehouse Brisket Sandwich features thinly sliced beef brisket that has been smoked for at least 13 hours. Melted smoked Gouda cheese, crispy onions, and smoky barbecue sauce and mayo, served on a toasted star-top bun. Come to Arby's at 2221 West 6th Street to try it today. Arby's, slicing up freshness.
Limon now looking to come from behind as they trail at 5-4 here in the bottom of inning number 6. Grant Yao will lead things off here as he's out in front of that one. Now leaving the count at 1-1. Torres in his second inning in relief delivers. That one misses inside. Now 2-1. It'll be Yao, Bennett, and Bandy 7, 8, 9 in the Limon order due up here to face Torres as that pitch is swung on and missed. Evens the count at 2-2. Limon hoping to reclaim the lead here and then hand it off to whoever will play the closing role here today for the Badgers as Yao laces that one into left field for a leadoff single. That's the second time at least today that Grant Yao has been able to get solid contact. Remember, he hit one in his first time up that LaForest in center field had to go back to the warning track to be able to track down. So now Cody Bennett will be the hitter for Limon. First pitch is bounced in there, and actually be pinch hitter Quentin Fager will come in to hit for Limon. Grant Yao taking his lead off of first. That pitch in there for a strike. Evens the count on Fager at 1-1. Tyler Bandy waiting on deck. And then Joe Stevens in the top of the Badger order after that. Limon down 5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Yao gets his lead. Torres' pitch nowhere close, and it's now 2-1 on the Badger pinch hitter. Torres looking in for the sign. He'll have it. Now peers over at Yao. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Fager out in front of that one, and now leaving the count at 2-2. Torres looking over at Yao. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one fouled at the plate. Good job by Quinton staying alive there. Here comes the 2-2 again to Fager. He'll hit this one high into right field. And that one nearly got out of the park. That one carried quite a bit. The right fielder able to leap and make the catch shy of the wall, so Fager is retired. Runner will have to retreat back to first base. And now Tyler Bandy will be the hitter. So one out, runner on first. Yao going to be kept close over at first with the left-handed pitcher on the hill as that pitch is taken on the corner for strike one. Timeout is called as Avila will go to the pitcher's mound. It'll be interesting to see who Limon sends out in the top of the seventh inning to pitch. Joe Stevens just giving up that last home run to Ambrosio. You would think that Coach Layton would be looking for another option here, but certainly a lot depends on what the score is. If Lyman's still down, maybe you give Stevens another inning. If not, if you're able to take the lead, maybe you bring in a fresh arm to try and slam the door in the seventh. Here's the pitch to Bandy, laces it into center field for a one-out single. Yao will make it to second base, and the bottom of the Badgers order paying off as there will be two runners on with only one out, and now it's back to Joe Stevens at the top of the order. So talk about your perfect opportunity. Joe Stevens gives up the two-run home run in the top of this inning. Now is a chance to at least get one of those runs back if he can find a gap somewhere in the outfield. First pitch from Torres is on the inside corner for strike one. Comes the pitch. Stevens out ahead in front of it, so now it's 0-2 on the Limon pitcher. Tristan Sesko, who came in earlier in the game as a defensive replacement for Tristan Rubisam, will be next. If Joe's able to reach, he'll ground this one to third. Aguilar up, throw across the diamond. Not in time as Stevens beats it out. Great hustle down the line by Joe Stevens, and now the bases are full of Badgers for Tristan Sesko, who earlier in the game misplayed a ball in center field that allowed a run to score. Now has a chance to make up for that here with runners on every base. Still only one out. Deep fly ball here, may be able to score Yao from third. Torres now back, standing up, working from the full windup. Here comes the first pitch to Tristan, swung on and missed. 0-1. The 4 runs would be nice, but if you're Sesko, just a nice level swing, get the ball in play somewhere as that pitch is fouled at the plate. Now 0-2. Gavin Liggett waiting on deck. Torres looking in. This would be a big strikeout if he can get it. Catcher setting up on the outside. 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. Big second out for Rocky Ford. So now it's up to Gavin Liggett to try and at least tie this game up. He hits in this part of the order for a reason. Your three-hole hitter, generally your best. See if Liggett can do some damage with runners at first, second, and third. Yala's on third. Bandy at second. And Joe Stevens, who beat out an infield single, is at first. Torres taking a long look at the catcher's signs, finally delivers, and this one misses outside for ball one. All three runners get their leads. Torres winds and fires, swung on, hit to third. Aguilar up, he'll touch third, and that will end the inning. So with the bases loaded and one out, Torres gets a strikeout of Sesko and a ground out from Gavin Liggett, and now we'll go to inning number 7. Limon trailing, just trying not to let Rocky Ford add to their lead. We'll be back with the 7th here on Chassa.tv.
The following is an interview with a real high school student currently enrolled at Morgan Community College.
For me, it's been a huge relief, but challenging as well. Makes it so that when I get into a college that I already have my general credits, I can go into something knowing that I've already taken this, I can go further. And I will talk to admissions representatives and I'll say, well, I will be graduating high school with this 65 college credits. They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm ready to move forward, and I guess it's been easier, I think, being able to see myself in college thanks to having had college classes. I feel totally prepared, and I really feel like I'll be able to, once I get into wherever I decide to go, I feel like I'll be able to just start. I won't have very many questions. I'll just be able to go.
To get a jump start on your college career, log on to morgancc.edu or drop by their Limon office at 940 2nd Street.
So with Rocky Ford still leading by 1 run, Joe Stevens will be out there to pitch the 7th for Limon, as he gave up the 2-run shot to Ambrosio, which has given Rocky Ford this 5-4 lead they currently enjoy at the moment. And speaking of Joe Stevens will face Aaron Aguilar, Brandon Cardenas, and Marcus Torres, 6, 7, 8. In the Rocky Ford order, so a chance for Stevens to keep it at a 5-4 game. First pitch from Joe is popped up, foul, and out of play. So 0-1 here on Aguilar. One pitch is taken outside for a ball, 1-1. If you're Stevens, you go right at these guys. Bottom of the order. The team needs a 1-2-3 inning. That pitch looked pretty good, but misses high and tight. 2-1. That pitch swung on, hit hard to right field. Going back and making the catch is Blake Payton on the warning track. So allowed out number 1 for Rocky Ford. And that will bring up Brandon Cardenas, the right fielder. First pitch from Stevens, swung on and missed. Extra giddy up on that fastball from Stevens. 0-1 the count. Marcus Torres, who stands to be the winning pitcher, is waiting on deck. Here comes the 0-1. Good breaking ball. Filthy stuff there from Stevens. And now it's quickly 0-2 on Cardenas. The 0-2 pitch, another breaking ball. Tap foul at the plate. Cardenas stays alive. It'll be Hurtado, Payton, and Brewer, 4, 5, 6 in the Badger lineup. The bottom of the 7th inning. The question is, who will they face on the hill? Torres has thrown well in this relief appearance.
Got him, Joe.
In relief of Mario Ambrosio, who got roughed up a bit in the first couple innings by Limon, as Stevens gets the punch out there. Quickly 2 away in the top half of the 7th. And speaking of Torres, he'll be the hitter here, trying to help his own cause and get a 2-out rally going. First pitch from Stevens, swung on, chopped to short, Liggett up with it, throws across the diamond in time for out number 3. That is the 3-up, 3-down inning the Badgers needed. Now we'll see if they can win it. Last chance for Limon coming up next on Chessa.tv.
Our coverage of Limon Badger sports is brought to you with the support of Equitable Savings. Since 1954, Equitable has helped finance the dreams of many local homeowners. Equitable home loans are made, funded, and serviced locally. And with mobile banking, your checking account goes wherever you go. Borrow locally, bank globally at Equitable Savings. Since 1954, the same local ownership, the same commitment to our communities. Member FDIC, deposits FDIC insured to at least $250,000 and equal housing lender.
Last chance for Limon as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Rocky Ford with a 5-4 lead. Good news for Limon, they got a good part of their order up to face Marcus Torres. It will be Cody Hurtado, Blake Payton, and Bo Brewer, 4, 5, 6 in the Badger order to face the lefty in his 3rd inning in relief of Mario Ambrosio. First pitch from Torres is swung on and fouled down the first base line.
All the way in, coach. Square it up.
The 0-1 pitch is taken high. Good discipline there from Hurtado to leave that one up. Evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on, chopped to short. Tough play for Bethel. He'll throw across the diamond, though, in time for out number 1. So now Blake Payton will be the hitter. First pitch to Peyton is taken high for ball one. Bo Brewer will be next. Peyton pops that one up sky high. Who's going to take it? It will be Aguilar, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So now Limon down to their last out. Bo Brewer will be the hitter. First pitch from Torres is chopped to third. This could be it. Aguilar over to first in time. And Rocky Ford comes up to Limon and comes back in the late innings. A 2-run home run by Mario Ambrosio does the Badgers in. 5-4 is the final score. Just in the end, one of those things that the Badgers' bats went quiet. At the same time, Rocky Ford started to heat up. Joe Stevens will take the loss, and Marcus Torres will get the win for Rocky Ford. Still, Badgers will have plenty more opportunities here in the next few days to erase this one from their memory. They will be in Stratton on Thursday. They'll be back here to host Ellicott on Friday. Our next confirmed broadcast, going to try to do one of the two games later this week, but for sure we'll be back with you on Monday as the Badgers host the Crowley County Chargers. Want to thank you for tuning in and thank all of our sponsors who make not only today's broadcast but all our football, volleyball, softball, basketball, everything we've done this year for Limon. Without these businesses, we would not be able to bring these games to you. Morgan Community College, Hoffman Drug, True Value, Equitable Savings and Loan, and Signal, Verizon Wireless, and Arby's. Thank you to all of our sponsors once again for making these broadcasts possible. That does it for me tonight. I'm Ryan Kaufman, wishing you a great rest of your evening. The Limon Badgers fall the first time this season. 5-4, Rocky Ford comes back late to win it. We'll talk to you again very soon here on Chassa.tv.